sharing this hotel room, obviously, so it's like six, 5, 6, 7, 6:08, something like that. Waking up early for school, so I'm just gonna get to work straight from the morning. Whoops, I keep shaking it. Yeah, I'm tired as hell. Kept waking up in the middle of the night, but let's get to work. I'll show you the word count, as I said, or I didn't. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm loopy. But yeah, let's write. All right, just settled in the new house. Yeah, it's kind of a mess right now. Just there goes the dog. But yeah, so I did get a decent amount of work done in the morning, so I'll share that. Once I maybe write a little bit more, depending, we'll see. I got some good stuff down. Wish I got more done, but yeah, it was all moving stuff today, and rough. There's the dog again. Just trying to get to my talkies. Sorry, interruptions left and right. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get to some more work, or no, we'll see. Yeah, you'll see right after this, so hopefully, I'll let you know. Almost 800. We did a little more work, but it's all right. All right. That's that for today. I'm really tired. My eyes are already just closing on me, so I'm gonna head to sleep. Yeah, today's another like really short day. It was just mostly moving, to be honest. Like the recap is this. I woke up like 6 a.m. after tossing and turning because my dog would not shut the fuck up. Or not really shut the fuck up, wouldn't stop moving and tossing and turning too. And like, you know, it's a hotel, so like she's not particularly comfortable. So yeah, after that, just wrote. So honestly, most of my writing came from that morning. After that, I headed to school from the hotel because it was really close, and that was cool. Yeah, I guess I mean the actual class was interesting. It's a creative writing pedagogy class, which pedagogy is the study of teaching. So we're essentially learning and studying how to teach. And one of the projects for this course is actually to teach a class, like actually teach something that someone's never heard before or never actually considered deeply before. So yeah, I might. They said like maybe high school, middle school, some community center, maybe even like elderly care, whatever, stuff, something like that. And I was thinking back, like I remember my high school had a writer's craft class. I think most of the schools here have them, and you know, considering like I'm an alumni of that high school, they know who I am. I wasn't like a particular troublemaker or anything, so I don't think they would reject me. I heard that that school board has rejected like college students trying to teach before because of an incident. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. But yeah, honestly, it was a weird class though. Like we were talking about this particular thing about like talent, and how like, can you teach creative writing? Can you teach writing at all, or is it like an innate talent? And a lot of people were actually agreeing with this fact, where like, you know, you can't teach it, or it's something that kind of innately comes to you, or it's hard to just force upon. And well, I kind of disagree with that. A lot of it's theory and practice, right? And someone talented, I won't say anyone's just innately born with a talent for writing. I think it's just particular things your brain is geared towards, like maybe pattern recognition, kind of, because you do analyze things in your environment, nature versus nurture type stuff as well. How your brain grows in a particular environment. So a lot of it's luck, creativity, that kind of stuff, right? Like emotional intelligence is also a kind of nurture thing rather than just strictly nature. So I don't think anyone's innately talented in writing. It's just life experience that kind of leads you to enjoy it. Yeah. So I don't know. My perspective was like, a good mix of learning theory and then instilling as much practice as you can. Just constant practice, discipline, right? And one of my comments was that, I think in the West, we focus too much on like talent and individualism and like celebrating people who we deem talented rather than celebrating their discipline, or hard work or grit, right? And that's kind of, I think, what makes most people good at anything. Very few people's brains are just, very few people, I would say, are just geniuses, right? That's the whole. It's kind of in the concept of a genius, right? It's so rare, and while it could be celebrated, if even a genius without practice ain't that much, right? Compared to someone who's just your average Joe who's just really disciplined. So yeah, it was a weird conversation, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it was interesting though. It was interesting. Like there's a lot to talk about. But yeah, anyone can do it. That's my takeaway. Anyone can write. Anyone can be taught to do it, but it's not a matter of getting taught. Like just sitting down and listening to someone preach creative writing techniques or ideas at you is not, that's not going to do much, right? Like it's more about just sitting down and willing to suffer for any craft, I guess, because it's not always easy. Ideas either come or they don't, and whichever outcome your brain leans towards, you just have to accept and just go crazy, because we all go crazy. My brain kind of is a constant, never-ending idea generator. But at the same time, if I didn't tame it a little bit, then I would just jump from project to project to project and never finishing anything. And that's something I've noticed with a lot of my good friends. Like they're very, very good. They could like easily. They know how to finish a project. They absolutely know, but they just get bored or they think they have a better idea. And while they might have a better idea, I don't know, it's worth staying with an old one, and just not even keeping it on the back burner, but like literally working on it over time. I don't think, not everyone's made to like sit down for a project, or not to sit down with a project for a particular amount of time, like 3 months, 6 months. It's kind of like the marathon I'm doing right now, right? Not everyone's made for just doing it every single day, but like just writing it over like a year or two, like many years. People like Donna Tartt, for example. I haven't read any of her books, although I do like literary fiction. I'm just not super well versed in it, but I've heard she writes like a book like a decade, and she just drops it and then disappears. I respect that too, right? Like that's a technique. That's a way of doing it. Her books are really long. They're very thoroughly researched. And yeah, they're appreciated. So that's her writing style, right? Like she's very sporadic. Whenever it comes, it comes. She's very, I guess, she's at the whims of her muse. Not everyone can tame their muse, I suppose, but everyone can become a writer. So that's what I got from that class personally. So I can't wait to teach. But yeah, that was the day really, because after that it was all just moving. Stuff from the hotel, then coming here, and just moving back and forth and all that stuff. So yeah, but that's that. I'm tired now, so goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's day 71. Today is day 70, the end of day 70, so peace.